This is for our Libras. We're going to jump right into this reading. Welcome to spooky season, Libra season. This is for our Libras. And we're going to jump right into this, okay, as we are following our breaths. Libra, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to our Libras. There's much to release, a lot to release. And I'm getting really emotional as I say this, okay, because there's a lot of pressure, okay, and I'm getting that the pressure, Libra, and I'm trying to find the right angle for this camera right now, because I feel like this is up close and personal. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, there's a lot of pressure, and the pressure is coming from social. You might have been one to, I'm like a rearranger right now. You might have been one right now who's been very antisocial and now stepping out and being more social. So that comes with pressure, and I'm following the rhythm here. Libra, you could be experiencing the pressure from family and how you feel about family. You could be feeling the pressure, and the pressure could be coming from, maybe even in the simplest form, where your mind is taking you, okay? A lot can come from your childhood, okay? You're having moments where you're going back to your childhood little by little, and you're watching your steps as I'm following the rhythm here, Libra. You're following your steps. This time around, I feel like you're becoming more aware of something. I'm gonna use a different deck. You're becoming more aware of something. And I feel like this is like your little, in some cases, for some, your habits. You're realizing your habits, you're watching your habits. And you may be one wanting to break away from that. That could be an affirmation, 222 right now, to say. It would be a good time. An affirmation, I break the habit of, I intend to break the habit of, okay, I'm following the rhythm here. The pressure could be coming from, I'm gonna go back to social, Libra, okay, because the pressure is definitely there, and you feel a lot of it. It's coming through very intensely for some. I think there may be a lot of anxiety, and you're not realizing that there is a lot of anxiety. Like, you're moving around, like, for instance, if you were just by yourself and you're moving around, you're moving around in frantic and anxiety, and you don't know why. For some, it has become a pattern. I had to take everything out of my pocket. For some, it has become a pattern that you don't even realize it. And it's like an anxiety that just won't go away. But where is the anxiety coming from? I think you may be putting a lot more pressure onto yourself, more than you think, more than you should. I think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself right now for no reason whatsoever, but the intensity may be coming from the energy around you. I'm hearing stop bringing yourself in chaos as this card come out. You may be grabbing on, you want to grab onto things that is going to give you a genuine support. Right now, I feel like you're having moments of revelation. You're healing, Libra, if you will. You're healing, and you're needing to maybe reach out or have this urge to reach out. It's like I'm getting that anxiety again. Okay, I keep wanting to do things. I keep wanting to do one or two things at a time. I keep wanting to go over here and wanting to go over there. And I think this is, for some, you're releasing something. Wow, you're releasing pressure. You're releasing pressure because it's like you don't know what to do to release something. But what are we releasing, Libra? I know there's a lot of pressure there, but why the pressure there? Wow, you have support on both decks. That's crazy. And that's the first it came out like that, twice together. I think you don't think that you're in support. Wow. I was just talking about this when I was having my self-talk about mirror. Somebody mirroring back to you what you lack. Somebody mirroring back to you what you have healed from. Some mirroring back to you what you have not yet understood about yourself, Libra. And I think you may be looking at this in a negative perspective. That when somebody mirrors back to you what you lack, it is that it comes with pressure. Again, back to pressure, and I feel shaky all around my body. This is abandonment issues. Okay, we're gonna tap more into it. Actually, I'm gonna use my tarot. This is abandonment issues. This is neglect. A lot of emotional neglect, a lot of unmet emotions coming from your own mother, coming from your own father. I feel like this is more mother energy. Yes, the lack of support that you feel. When something triggers you, Libra, and I'm speaking to somebody here when I say, when you are triggered, when something or someone had triggered you, it's an instant pressure, and then it takes you all the way back to your childhood where you felt the neglect, and then comes the pressure. Literally double confirming to you that what you think is not supported is actually supported. But you keep going against what is supported. For some, it's this energy I'm getting of like you having a hard time falling in love. You having, not giving yourself a chance to open up to love. You thinking to yourself that you aren't actually worthy of receiving love. Do you hear me, Libra? You don't think you're worthy enough to receive love, so you're not receiving any love. But then you expect to have love that you don't get because you know you deserve it. But you aren't actually in support of you and thinking that you're worthy enough to have it. There's a lot of pressure around relationships, friendships, I just heard. You maybe have come to a point where you're really truly understanding who you are. That is a message for somebody here. There are a lot you're experiencing. Deja vu I just got. A lot was neglected, right? When you were just little. A lot was neglected. I'm getting that a lot was neglected emotionally. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. There might have been a time in your childhood where when, let's say you were crying about something, okay? I'm getting it like a little kid at a store, but it's not like a bratty, I want this toy, you know, it's not that kind of tantrum. It's the kind of like excitement that you get, like when you were a little kid, you got excited about things. This is very interesting, Libra, okay? Follow me when I say this. You got really excited about things, okay? It's like you lit up bright in that moment every time you were excited about something, and it was never acknowledged. Every time you felt good about something and every time you expressed excitement, nobody acknowledged you. Nobody really seen what you've seen, right? And you wanted that acknowledgement. You wanted somebody to be with you and say, yes, yes. You wanted somebody to be excited with you. Each time that happened, Libra, every time that was repressed, when you were excited about something, but nobody was excited with you and for you. Each time somebody repressed that about you, you repress you. So then you take yourself out of you start to not trust. You become somebody to not trust because you don't trust yourself enough, which explains the support card. Like, you're not in support of you, therefore you're not getting any support or even attracting any support that will be beneficial for you. 1111. It's kind of funny I'm getting, because sometimes we feel like what we feel someone else is doing to us, but what we don't realize and have not become aware of is that it's actually us doing it to ourselves. It's that mirror effect thing that I was talking about. Like, when you feel like nobody cares about you, it's an instant block, and then you don't know how to get yourself back and unblocking. So now nothing's moving, and even like in motion, in harmony, nothing is actually in harmony. Like, you're trapping yourself out of the harmony. What you need, Libra, is to come back into harmony and understand that I'm following the rhythm here, Libra. Understand that some things are just not in your favor because you're not supposed to have it, because it's never anything you ever really needed or wanted. It was just like an influence, like you were influenced to have it. You were taught to have it. You were conditioned and forced to think that this is what you need to have or what you have to have. I feel like this is a more religious thing, okay? Religion, like your religion, what your family believes in. You may feel like you're limiting yourself because it's what your family wants you to believe, but it isn't actually in your belief. I feel like there's some things misaligned. There's some things, 1313, you're not aligning yourself with, and that's why you're not attracting what you want, and also what you want from others. So it's like you completely blocking yourself. Wow, it's like for some, it's a feeling of hitting rock bottom. And literally having to start all over again. It's a very tough lesson is what I'm getting, okay? It's a very tough lesson. Where does Libra, what are the steps, okay? I just heard incomplete trust. Okay, patterns and cycles, old conditioning, okay. We are not to put ourselves in the old conditioning, okay? We are to step back and watch ourselves, okay? Before we make a decision, before we make a choice, we fall back into old conditioning, and not knowing that we fall back into old conditioning, and then you're wondering to yourself, why am I not seeing things clearly and bright? Okay, that is the message, Libra. I hope that this brought light to you, okay? I am doing mini readings, personal readings at this time. You guys can email me, DM me, okay, and follow me on the social platforms, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on there a lot, posting reels, okay, and energy updates. You guys can find me there. I will see you guys in the next. Bye.